We are live.
We are live.
We are live.
Did I say welcome to the main event?
Run that thing back, brother. You mad?
Oh, man.
Behave before you talk about what I'm talking about, yeah?
Disclaimer.
Run that thing back. Nah, man, stay there in your corner, man. Run that thing back, fam. I don't want to hear nothing from you.
We are live, guys. I'm Sam, Mr. Blitztech.
Raven GS.
J1 further to Cyber Nerds.
And welcome back to another Game of Thrones House of the Dragon discussion, episode 3. Now, if you haven't done so, by all means, pledge your allegiance to this throne right here, the Cyber Nerds, and subscribe. We're also dropping the chopped up screw versions here on the channel, so your support is much appreciated. So if you haven't done so, subscribe. If your neighbor hasn't done so, go ahead and tell him to subscribe as well, innit? Because we're on the road to 200k. So, ladies and gentlemen, you man, what are we saying about this episode?
I mean, it's a fire episode, obviously. Fire episode, like.
No pun intended.
I mean,
No pun intended.
nah, there's no pun. Like, there's no pun. It just is what it is. I love lots of the stuff that he did here. Even though if you watch on patreon.com/thecybernerds or the chopped and screwed version, you'll hear bare mad theories from me about who the Crabman is. But I like where we ended this episode. Spoilers. Do you get what I'm saying? Obviously, like I like that they introduced the character, had man for 3 episodes, and then took man out. And even though through those 3 episodes was an imposing character and has, I would say, set the stage for like the repercussions of this battle here is gonna, like, you know what I'm saying, plague the whole thing in the future. That's why I'm calm with them taking him, like his person, off the board.
Definitely.
This episode. I think that just, like, I love it when shows do that. Do you know what I'm saying? You build man up, take man out, calm, cool. And I love where this just leads everyone. I feel like this is almost like another episode 1. Where we reset the table.
My guy's going in.
Bruv, where we reset the table and we're like, listen, this is everyone's new motivation. This is what everyone's on right now. We know where it's going, innit? So I love it.
No, 1000% with you on that, brother. Because like the fact that they came in from the get-go and poured that fear onto us, like, especially like just show, like, he didn't get much screen time.
He don't
right?
need it.
But it's the crabs that was doing all the talking, that instilling the fear on us. Like, raw, like, this guy is a big boss, you know, and then using him to reel the feud between the brothers that comes through that letter. Like, like the fact that, because when he was reading the letter, I'm thinking, oh, are we gonna hear any narration behind it or not? Bruv, quiet. The camera's so zoomed in my man's face, and he's just there, like, just taking it in, and then he finishes the messenger guy, and the man just goes on a solo mission. Like, bro, this thing set up the feud between these two brothers in a different way, bro. Like, it's killed it with that, man.
Go on, Sam.
I was just liking the way everything's just coming to tension with how everyone wants to move forward. Whether it be, oh, I don't want to help my brother, to someone's going in my man's ear, oh, I'll help my brother, to someone's like, oh, you should be marrying this person, oh, I don't want to marry that person. Oh, what you're doing here is mutiny. Oh, I'm just going, like, everyone has their own way of dealing with things, and the way is just bouncing off of each of, I guess, in the storylines we're following. I don't care if there's a main villain, because, bruv, everyone that's
Everyone's
doing
a
something,
villain.
it's not that I'm saying they're
Everyone's a
villains or whatever, but
No,
you kind of understand.
Everyone's a villain, bruv.
Yeah.
Everyone's a hero. Everyone's a villain, bruv. Everyone's out for their own intention.
That's it.
One of the things I love about it is, like, what I was wanting to jump on what you said about him running out there on a solo mission. For me, it definitely wasn't a solo mission.
I didn't word that properly. It wasn't a solo mission.
Yeah,
like it was more like a.
He knew he had to rally the man them, yeah. And it's like, and you know what I love about this, because like we're sick about that, because it's like them man are up there talking about it, and the brother of the House of Valerian, I can't remember my man's name.
Yeah.
The House of Valerian's brother, the Master of Complaints is what we'll call him. The Master of Complaints, he's running his mouth because obviously he's like, oh, we're losing, and I'm not gonna say you need man like that, but when you're a legit leader, which I'm now gonna say Damon is, you need man like that, because you don't come and chat to man and argue with man. You're just like,
alright, cool.
Bro, it's not even alright, cool. When he showed up, he was quiet and started talking about something completely different.
Yeah.
Because that's his energy, bruv. He's a weasel, bruv. But then it's like, the message comes, that's help. I feel sorry for the messenger, but bruv, you gotta know as a messenger, your head can end up on a spike. And he got off lightly. Do you know what I'm saying? He only got whooped. Get me? But then it's like, raw. There's no need me chatting to these man here, like the soldiers. I'm just gonna go, and these men are just gonna follow. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what they've been doing, and he knows he has to end that beef before them 10 ships show up, bro. Before them 10 ships even leave the dock, bro. Get me? So bro, he's already been my guy. I rate him, and Matt Smith, through that whole segment, fire, bro.
Yeah.
Fire. Cinematography in that whole bro. Firstly, I know we're on this last part of the episode, or the third act of the episode, but it's like, I feel like that whole act was directed by or someone else, bro.
Right,
that whole thing was completely different, bro.
Like a different team, right?
Bruv, different, bro.
I totally agree, bro.
The whole thing was different, fam. I'm like,
I was gonna say the
it's
same
just
thing.
a different show, like.
No music, no nothing, bro.
Bro,
Like,
yeah. No dialogue.
Bro.
just man's face. Just
Bare
valid
zoom-ins,
issue.
yeah, bro. Bare emotion, bro. That
man just taking it in. What was in the letter, like?
and what's crazy about that is that was just the cherry on top to what was already
yes.
a fire episode. And I don't want no one to feel like, we're only because the whole episode up to that point was already legit. Do you know what I'm saying? Setting the table with the king, the hand, the king's wife, like everyone's still moving mad, but like this was fire, bro. I love this episode.
You know what adds to that is that this is not a next day kind of thing, and it adds up to
I can't wait
this
for the
feud,
next time
fam.
jump.
Do
I
you know,
can't
bro?
because
like man's been holding on for 2 years. These man, like last episode, right at the end, it was these two sat down. Yo, fam, we have something in common. We need to get signed. These man been struggling. Time goes past. Kingman's still doing the same thing over here, partying, shubs, all of these things. And all of a sudden, when people are whispering in his ear, as usual, he wants to, do a favor to his brother. Like, so the time jump just adds more to this feud, like, and it just shows, like, well, I've been holding on to this thing for time. This is not just from yesterday, bro. When you sent me away.
I hope the time jumps get longer each time. If we jump like 5 years in the next one or 10 years to Aegon being like 12 or 15, like Joffrey's age, oh my word. And then while Daemon's over there, he just won that battle, he's about to be the king of wherever he's at. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, do you know what I'm saying?
I'm waiting to hear. I'm waiting to hear
what comes back. What comes back from? Them man won.
Who you gonna be?
Yeah, bro, I want to see the messenger deliver the message that they won and he didn't bro.
Do you know what that's added more to the king not being that guy, because all this time king is sitting waiting for these men to find the white elk. What do they do? It's not a white one, but it's big enough for you, king.
Yeah, I like
that
kind of stuff.
I was like, what? Bro, if I'm the king, bro, you better go produce this white thing right now. Do you know what I'm saying? His daughter brings the massive boar, and like while everybody's feasting, this is why I'm bringing you, man. Like no word, no nothing. So now the king is supposed to be named after this thing. You're not. Your brother just killed the crab man. Your daughter's over here shelling, bruv. It's looking so sticky.
The thing about the elk as well, which is mad, is that's in itself it's just a bad omen, fam. As the king, talking about tradition. You should know in that situation when they bring that elk to you or whatever, bruv, don't kill that thing,
exactly.
fam. That's why it took you 2 strikes, bro. Do you know what I'm saying, fam? And now you got the other one roaming around, fam. Like, it's wild, bruv. Like, that's a bad... the bad omen is on his ute. Do you know what I'm saying? Bruv, the bad omen's on it. That's not on the king. That's on the ute. That's the ute's second birthday.
Yeah.
That's the ute's second birthday, bruv. That's... Nah, bruv.
That's so bad.
You can't do that, bruv. You can't do that. That's bad juju there, bruv. That's wild.
My man just freaking blew, bro.
No, bruv. That was
you
it, bruv.
killed
He's
it,
finished, bruv. I would say he's finished his ute by that, bruv. Like, not... Like, I know you're not going to be like, what am I talking about? But 3 episodes from now, when the repercussions are happening, you're going to understand.
And you know
fam.
Game of Thrones is big on that.
Game of Thrones does this all the time.
It's big
fam.
on that.
And even the fact, because when the White Elk showed up, we was like, or I was like, kill it. The fact that she let it go is even worse.
But
Oh, you think so?
Yes.
I think it would have been a bad omen if she killed it on the fact that it was meant to be my man. That's why I was like she only did the boar in self-defense. Now I was going to come back and kill her, but when there was a standoff between the Whiteheart and her, she was like, There's nothing here.
Yeah, no. I see. The thing is, I hear that, and you're right in why she didn't kill it. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like it's not my birthday. Like even that's
here
her.
for me.
Yeah, that's
no one's saying my name.
no one's here for me. Yeah.
I guess
so
so.
I hear that energy, but just letting it go. But it's not bad for her.
Yeah,
I just mean
yeah,
in general,
it's
bad because if that thing pops up anywhere, it's like, yo, one of these are only supposed to come out every whatever, and it's supposed to get killed on Aegon the Conqueror's birthday, and it's out here roaming around. Like that just seeds like dissent and all of that other stuff, bruv. It's mad, bruv. And the drunk king, yeah.
He's
Bro,
dressed
I love it.
differently, man. He's just, but you know the thing with the elk? Game of Thrones intro, there's an elk. Is it a house that has an elk in it?
It is, yeah.
It's a house. Okay, because that took me back to that intro. But yeah, this king is emotionally, physically finished. And the fact that you actually mentioned, like, why is he not dead because of the thing? I want to see how far as that spread. Because usually, either they fix it, because they did in Game of Thrones.
I know what
Or-
I think I know what it is, bro.
What?
I still think the connection between him and Crabman's there. And I think that might be it, bro. What if, because he's Targaryen, that disease doesn't kill them, man? Like, Crabman had that all over his body, fam. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's like, you could still tie that connection in. And he still said that line about wavering from his wife. Like, why would they...
yeah,
like,
you
that's
mentioned
going to
that.
have deeper repercussions later. I know it's going to, bro. Like, there's stuff going on here, fam. But why have they not shown it, fam?
Well,
That's what I'm
The
wondering.
disease thing,
They
bro.
never
They ain't
showed
show
it
his
this
finger, they ain't
episode.
show none of that, bro. So...
Maybe 5 years from now they'll show it.
Maybe, bruv. When it's all on his neck and he can't get rid of it, do you know what I'm saying? Bruv, this episode was fire, man.
This episode was definitely fun. I just like the whole tradition talk, to be honest, and just everyone getting in someone else's ear. Because, like you're saying, this guy's the king. He can say or do whatever he wants, but yet he gets constantly reminded that he is the king. Do and say whatever you want. Then you got Daenerys. Is it Daenerys? No.
What, his daughter?
Yeah.
Is it Veneris or something?
Daenerys.
Oh, is it Yes, Daenerys. She's then saying the opposite, where she's like, I want to do what I want, but I get constantly reminded I cannot do what I want. And that kind of button of his for me is like, it's just mad because she clearly doesn't want to go back to tradition. I don't want to get you to marry me off. He's then saying, oh, do what makes you happy, even if you got to choose who you marry. And then he's like getting swayed by the Hand's daughter saying, I'm like,
Bro,
for me,
if
it's just...
this guy had the ounce of backbone, yeah, because like that energy for his daughter, like her happiness, has always been there.
Yeah,
that's the
same with
only.
his mum.
That's the only thing he kind of like been consistent with.
Yes.
But if he had the ounce of backbone, bro, like you would have followed that through your actions.
Yeah.
But because you don't have that, now you got your daughter icy for you. Do you know what I'm saying?
For me, it's not even like, bro, I can't expect man to grow backbone when he ain't got it. I can expect man to have conversations that he is having, but at the right times. Like, bro, man waits till the thing is, like, bro, his daughter has to come to him and be like, oh, you're going to do this, you're going to do this, you're going to do this. Because she's hearing it from everyone.
Yeah.
Bro, you're asking where your daughter is on her second birthday. Bro, listen, she should know the plan as the heir. This is what's happening. This is what we're doing. Every day, this is what we're doing. No, you should know the brothers that she likes, the brothers that she don't like. You should know that she doesn't want to get married, bro. And you should be supporting her through that, brother.
Do you know what that reminds me of?
What?
His relationship with his brother as well, how he failed him like that. Just that's the
100%,
that's the same
100%,
thing.
100%,
That's
lack
the
of
same
communication.
thing happening again.
Lack of
No
communication.
support, no nothing. You being by my side, none of that stuff.
And
is
the thing
happening with his daughter.
what's funny about that is the Hand preys on his inability to communicate with his family.
So he communicates
yes,
through man.
Bruv, he's
Like,
the-
oh yeah, my
he's a-
grandson, the next heir.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm like,
Bro.
this guy is so sneaky, but
Bro,
I love
the thi-
everything for
the
it
thing-
though.
The thing is, at this point, yeah, I can't even call man snaky. How was he snaky, bro?
He's playing the game
Bruv,
of
he's
Thrones.
not even, bruv, he's just being the Hand. Bruv,
True.
Damon come and said to you, bro, this guy, he can only raise up through next man's families. He told you here. So when he's doing this, how can I say he's being snaky? Everyone knows what he's doing. There's going to be people over around the table who are like, yeah, we know what you're doing, bro. Like, the king knows. Even the king saying, when his daughter challenges him on, yo, if you was only worried about the strength of the realm, you would have married the other chick. His response is, you're right, I wanted to marry your brethren. And do you know why that doesn't shock me? Because the Hand is, I'm gonna have to say, the Hand's his best friend.
Yeah.
He's
the
maneuvering,
Hand- yeah.
man. He's maneuvering, man.
Yeah.
At
If the
every
Ha-
corner.
He's,
At every corner.
he's maneuvering him, but I'm talking about from his perspective. His Hand's the only guy who's with him at all times.
Which is crazy because we heard the conversation with the other brother who always talks sense. Even when I think he's the most quietest on the table.
But
The twin,
he's
the twin,
got so
the
much.
twin.
Yeah.
He's got so much sense. That's why he's gonna be quiet. That's why he's not gonna be around all the time
Mm.
because he knows this king ain't gonna last long, bro. He's doing what he's just doing. For me, he does his 9 to 5 job and goes home every
Yeah.
day, and he sees the office burning, and he's like, "Yo, I'm not the
told you,
caretaker.
yeah.
I'm not the caretaker.
Told you,
but
man.
I'll come and put my report in every time, legitly."
I love,
Yeah.
speaking of him, I love the contrast between him and his twin brother. Because like his twin brother comes with a whole different energy.
With the he comes with the Lannister energy,
Yeah.
and the other brother is just himself.
Yeah.
Like he's not trying to further himself, and now it makes sense to me why he's not trying to further himself because he's a Lannister.
So
He's a Lannister.
He's
He's already got a decent station, and his brother is already like one of them, man. So if they're close, he doesn't need to be like that. Do you get what I'm saying? He doesn't need to be like that. Because the brother would have just swooped in and married the princess. He's the Hand. He's the next Hand. Easy, done deal. Why, bruv? I'm not getting deep into this. I know what happens to you, man. You man kill each other. I'm just gonna watch from the side, like.
Yeah, at first episode, it's like, oh, so what was you saying about me? He's like, if it was me, yeah, you can just tell. Like, he's there, but he's like, yeah, I don't want to be
I like that guy. I like him, man.
Yeah, he's good, man.
I like him, man. Because at first, like, the first interaction we had with him, when Phil looked at, when the king's brother looked up to him and he was like, bro, why are you getting me involved in this thing, bro? Like, leave me alone. I'm just ready to do my job. And now he's just like, I fully understand, like, his stuff. But ladies and gentlemen, I hope you've enjoyed this nerdy discussion, innit? Because, like, that's what we're all about. By all means, jump in the comment section below. Head over to patreon.com/thecybernerds if you want to enjoy this and further support the Cybernerds in their journey. Do you know what I'm saying? We're doing bigger and better things. And that's that for this week. I'm Raven the GS.
Sam, Mr. Blitztech.
J1 for the Cyber Nerds.
Peace.